If you're black and you're wearing a blonde, bright blonde, platinum, straight, bust down wig every day, you take it off, are you telling me you're not going to look in the mirror and think, this is my image now, this is my image. This is a problem.
Since I've been on social media creating content, and that was in 2015, there has been a big discussion about black women and the way that they wear their hair. Now, of course, a lot of black men have weighed in on this over the years, and that conversation still is going on today. A lot of black men have a big problem with weaves, wigs, and certain extensions, especially if this doesn't look natural. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. In the early 90s, Janet Jackson was in Poetic Justice. These are box braids that you see her wearing. These braids look culturally similar to what her normal hairstyle would look like. However, there are other black women out there, let's say for example, Mary J. Blige and other blonde or even red or pink hair wearing women out there, that it really grinds black men's gears when they see this particular self-expression in black women's hair.
This is for all of my beautiful black women out there. Us black men don't like when you guys wear makeup, weaves, and wigs. That makes you look uglier. I'm gonna keep it a buck. And there's black women out there that don't wear makeup, that don't wear weaves or wigs. We need more black women like that. I don't understand why you black women want to wear makeup, weaves, and wigs. Do you guys want to look white or something?
Oh my God!
Now, this brother is trying to come from a place of love, but it's obvious that certain black women might take this offensively. He's saying that, listen, the additives that as black women that you're putting on, which is the weave, wigs, or even a lot of makeup, actually is unattractive, or it makes you look unattractive. Now, again, you have some black men who love black women so much, they don't want the additive version of black women after the weaves, wigs, and the makeup. They just want to see black women in their natural state. But it doesn't mean that black men will not deal with women that wear wigs or weaves.
But in reference to hair, men do not prefer fake hair. They will accept it if many of the other things fall in line.
Now, in this case, the brother is saying something that is absolutely correct. A lot of us as black men, including myself, we're not a really big fan of like wigs and weaves, but we understand that a lot of black women do wear wigs and weaves, and a lot of women say this is a protective style for their hair. Like black women like to change up their look a lot. And so if you like black women, you love black women, this is just something that kind of comes with the territory. If you were to not date black women that wear wigs or weaves, you would be almost eliminating like 98% of your dating opportunities around the world. Like, it's big everywhere. Even if you come to Africa, maybe Brazil is probably one of the only places you may see a lot of natural black women, but almost every other place in the world, you're gonna see this. So a lot of black men will deal with it. However, the other things that this particular woman has must be on point. All right. So if the booty is big enough,
Oh boy! That stuff is yes.
Breasticles is sitting right, she's nice, fun to be around, you can let it go. But it doesn't mean that you still like it. And then there was a video that was sent to me about a particular Arab lady who lives in Britain that was calling black women out about their hair.
You guys are not even wearing wigs that resemble 4C kinky hair. A lot of you are wearing wigs that look nothing like your hair. This is a problem. You guys are creating delusions in your head. You're wearing wig every day. If you're black and you're wearing a blonde, bright blonde, platinum, straight, bust down wig every day, you take it off, are you telling me you're not going to look in the mirror and think, this is my image now, this is my image. This is a problem. This is a problem. What the fuck are you doing?
Now, in this particular situation, the woman is saying, listen, you black women out there, something is wrong with you. It's almost delusional, or it is delusional. You have these particular hairstyles that are not natural to who you are. And because you're wearing this, you may actually believe when you look in the mirror that this is really how you look. But it gets worse.
There's a lot of black women here that are trying to intimidate me. I don't know who you think you are. I'm actually speaking up for your community, and you should be agreeing. And if not, you need help. Because what I'm saying is factual. Anyone can fucking agree. Whoever's a human or has been to year 2 school, year 3 school, knows that if you change your look every single day and you look in the mirror, you will now adapt and you'll think that this is your image. This is your true form. So now, when you remove all of that, you're going to be insecure. A simple Google search will show you this. A simple... Sorry, you're the only community that wants to gatekeep. Like, it's getting ridiculous. You want to gatekeep the word black. You want to gatekeep talking on black issues because we're not black. Are you okay? Do you think you intimidate me? You think I haven't been called a racist before on this platform? Do you think I care? You guys don't feel a type of way to go mention white people's issues and then turn in. Are you okay? Why do I need to be black to tell you that your esteem is being, your low self-esteem, you have low self-esteem from doing that? Do I need to be black?
Now, this lady was getting a lot of criticism. People were even calling her racist, and she was saying, listen, why can't I have the ability to speak on black issues? Why is it that I want to talk about this? You know, it's a problem. And then again, she was saying, listen, I'm trying to help your community. Now, again, once this was posted on X, a lot of people started to weigh in on the conversation like this brother here. Really? So what about the white girls who wear wigs and extensions? This is absolutely true. Black women are not the only group of women who wear wigs and extensions, but I do believe because black women wear wigs and extensions that are typically not natural. So I'm talking about like blonde weaves, blonde wigs, and other things like that. This is what really draws a lot of attention to it. If it was like the Janet Jackson box braids a lot, it wouldn't be so much of an argument. But because black women do experiment with different color wigs, and then obviously rotate them out quite frequently, it's obvious that, you know, this may not be their hair because it's not, or it's unnatural to them. But yes, all women wear wigs and extensions for the most part, all right? All groups. The wigs and extensions are same textures as their natural hair. Try again. This is another person saying this. Now, this person is saying, not while having lip fillers and trying to look black herself. We're going to come back to this in just a moment. Shout out to Monica. Now, this person says the concept of telling black women what to do with their own heads is crazy to me. They really are the main topic for y'all, aren't it? Now, this is also a very good comment because another sister that happened to live in the UK decided to comment on just people in general who had an opinion on black women altogether. And what she said was very telling.
And what is so wild, and go with me on this, is that black women are often told that we are like the least valuable of society, that, you know, nobody wants us, we're the last to get married, the first to get divorced, all this stuff. But yet we are in everyone's mouths, which says to me, actually, that you know that talking about black women gets you views, talking about black women gets you attention, popularity. Therefore, innately, you know that black women are valuable.
She said a lot of people talk about black women because it brings clicks, it brings views, notoriety, and people are always telling black women how worthless they are. Now, this is very telling because why are you even so concerned is her point, right? But then if you go and look at the end of this Arab lady's video, who is she dating? Well, as you can see, she is dating a black man, all right? This is very interesting. Here we have Arab woman dating a black man. Now, why is this important?
When you're around those women, and these are the ones, not the ones that like their people and stuff. I'm talking about the women that only date black men. All their kids are mixed and everything about them is cosplaying. I'm knowing this. This is for the ones that they only date black guys. All their kids are mixed. They're like, I would never date, and I just prefer. Those women are usually racist towards black women. They dislike black women.
Now, this particular sister is saying something that's very important. She's saying, listen, a lot of times those women from other communities that don't want their own men, but they date black men in particular, the women from those communities do not like black women. And in this case, this woman feels that she has the right to criticize black women only because she's sleeping with a black man. Now, here is the issue with this. And again, I have seen this happen before. I've seen this happen when I was in Europe. I see a lot of people become emboldened, especially men, let's say non-black men with a black woman, or non-black women who are with black people, comment on black issues publicly, and they feel like because they're sleeping with somebody black, they have all the rights to be able to criticize black women. At the same time, a black person, if they were married to an Arab person, would never be able to do that. And that is because simply the man that she's dealing with disrespects black people to her. This is what happens. And so many black people do this all the time. You get with a non-black mate. And again, most interracial relationships that I've seen that have a person that speaks like this so openly is what it comes down to. You have a black man or a black woman with a non-black mate, and then you're venting your frustrations about your own community. It could be an African person, it could be a Caribbean person, or even a black American person. And so what happens as you vent your frustration and all of the shortcomings of your community to your mate, it makes them feel comfortable in basically calling out the buffoonery. If this was a black lady saying this, it wouldn't be so bad. But the reality is, it's not. It is an Arab, all right? And this lady really doesn't have any reason to be saying this, but because she's with a weak black man who is allowing her to do it, she doesn't feel like there's any consequences from that, she will do it. And a lot of black men, and I'm not trying to call out brothers in Europe, but you have it happen in America too. You know, because you have a woman you put on the pedestal, she's white, she's Arab, she's Hispanic, as long as you're getting that kitty cat, you don't care what she say. And the reason why you don't care what she says is because you agree. And now when she says this and you are with her as a black man, you can automatically tell that the lady has no respect for you. So the fact that she's doing this publicly while she's with you shows that she don't respect you. She will go and deal with somebody else. She's talking to the people in your community because you don't like them. And guess what? She don't like you either. She would never go deal with, let's say, somebody in the Arab community and talk like that because she understands what the repercussions of that would be. But they come over to the black community, a black man or a black woman, when using interracial relationships, let this sort of thing rock, and then everybody looks silly when it happens. What am I trying to get at? Listen, if you're going to be in an interracial relationship, have boundaries, all right? What you should not be talking about is down on your community. Even if you don't like your community, you feel it's down bad, but give yourself some leverage. You should at least make the other person think that you love your culture, you love your community. The moment you start putting somebody else above your own people in your own community as if you have nowhere to go, they number one, stop respecting your community or your lineage of people. And then ultimately they stop respecting you because they don't really have no reason why they should respect you. You don't give them no reason why they should. So why should they? Then you turn around and then you get upset because, oh my God, they're racist. Why are they so racist? I hate the fact that they're so racist. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, Shady Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. We're out.